This 39 Dunedin News Bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Tonight on 39 Dunedin News, theft takes on a winter theme on the Taieri, and one man who's been a victim multiple times says he's had enough. Researching eels has earned a local student a scholarship that will see her heading to Japan. And Test match fever is beginning to grip the city, and the All Blacks are getting excited. Good evening, Dunedin. I'm Rebecca Dupree. A winter-related crime wave is sweeping the Taieri with multiple thefts of firewood, diesel and equipment. A victim of an attempted burglary has had $50,000 worth of machinery stolen from his yard over the past few years, and he said he's had enough.
Hoping to put the freeze on a winter crime spree. Police have been at the scene of an attempted break-in of an industrial yard in Gladfield Road, Mosgiel. It follows on from a similar incident last week, where 10 cubic metres of firewood and a $3,000 log splitter were taken from the nearby Gladfield Golf Club. Yard owner Kevin Wilson says in the latest case, the evidence is clear.
Yes, I was working here till 5:45 last night and went home and come back this morning to find that somebody had been in the yard and moved a few things around, but had been unable to cut the chain off the gate.
Wilson estimates he's lost around $50,000 worth of equipment over the past few years. In that time, he's taken matters into his own hands, installing electric fences, a metal barrier and barbed wire, as well as sharpened nails on the top of posts. And he's getting set to take even more precautions.
Yes, there'll be a new security camera installed today.
Senior Sergeant Alistair Dickey of the Mosgiel Police says Wilson is certainly not the only victim this winter.
Out Mungatua Road we've had a burglary and a vehicle taken there, burglary in Outram, we've had diesel taken in the forestry, firewood this time of the year is pretty popular and we believe there's a bit of a black market going on there. There was some firewood taken from Brighton in a large amount, 10 metres at the Gladfield Golf Course.
Dickey says police are keeping an eye out for larger vehicles and those towing trailers. But he says right now there aren't any more officers who can be allocated, so he's keen for any extra help from the public.
Under the veil of darkness, these little toads sneaking around the place, pinching stuff, it doesn't please us, and it's just luck for us, because if we've only got a patrol out there trying to cover a big area, it's not always possible to get on top of it. That's why we need the eyes and ears of the public, or if they hear something going on that doesn't sound right or see it, I'm more than happy to take a call from them.
Dickey says police frequently monitor online second-hand sites like TradeMe, as well as buy-sell exchange sites on social media. He says it's one avenue they continue to explore in an attempt to track down those selling stolen firewood or any other goods. Daryl Baser, 39 Dunedin News.
Police are looking for those responsible for assaulting a person with a baseball bat inside their own home. The incident occurred on Saturday when at least 2 people entered a Craigleith Street house and assaulted a person with a bat, inflicting moderate head injuries. Senior Sergeant Shona Lowe says while those responsible are known to the victim, no arrests have been made yet. That incident follows on from an aggravated assault last week where a 45-year-old man was attacked by 4 males in Mosgiel. The man was knocked unconscious and sustained multiple injuries. He's described one of the alleged offenders as having long dreadlocks and another as being of a tall, solid build. A University of Otago student is one of a group selected for this year's Prime Minister's Asia Awards. The zoology student, whose research focuses on New Zealand eels, is off to Hokkaido later this year, and she's looking forward to studying her eel's Japanese counterparts.
A slither of eels. This large tub is a temporary home for some of the University of Otago's eels that are the finned family of researcher Georgia Thompson-Lang. However, the recent graduate will soon be leaving them behind to study their Japanese counterparts after receiving a Prime Minister's Award for Asian Study.
It's just an amazing opportunity. I wasn't really expecting to get the scholarship, to be honest. I just applied because I thought it would be great, and it's I've never travelled to Asia before or Japan, and so getting the opportunity to go to like experience a different culture and in a different lab environment and get to see how science works overseas, and it's just an amazing opportunity.
Thompson Lang is among 124 recipients of the award and says she only came across the opportunity by chance.
I kind of knew about it through actually a friend who let me know about it, and I went onto the website, and so I went through the application process, and yeah, it was just an opportunity because I wanted to do some research in Japan for my master's thesis, and it was a really good opportunity to get some funding behind it.
As a master's student, Thompson Lang has been specialising in fish reproductive biology and says she's looking forward to studying Japanese eels in Hokkaido.
I've always been interested in zoology, animals, for as long as I can remember, and I really like the inner workings of animals, and reproductive biology lets me like investigate how like the reproductive biology works, and like it's a really hands-on field of science.
Thompson Lang leaves for Japan in September, giving her enough time to say goodbye to her slippery southern friends. Daryl Baser, 39, Dunedin News.
The Southern District Health Board is teaming up with 5 of its South Island counterparts in an effort to combat childhood obesity. The participating DHBs want to take a regional approach and will give GPs referral options to offer at-risk children weight management methods. Those options include parenting courses, height and weight checks for 4-year-old children before they start school, and health and goal-setting courses with health providers. The All Blacks are looking forward to playing undercover at Forsyth Bar Stadium this weekend. The team touched down in Dunedin yesterday ahead of their 3rd and final test match against Wales. And regardless of the result, it will be a memorable match for a couple of players.
The All Blacks have touched down in Dunedin ahead of their 3rd test match against Wales this weekend. They say they're happy to be in the deep south despite the chilly weather, with Forsyth Bar Stadium giving the squad one less thing to worry about.
Obviously you know what you're going to get in terms of the field and the weather, so it's exciting to go out there and play some attacking footy. Also we pride ourselves in always finishing strong and playing to the 80th minute, so for us, knowing that it's going to be a dry track and we can keep attacking, that's exciting.
The team have already won the 3-match series with wins in both Auckland and Wellington. Vice-captain Ben Smith recently celebrated his 50th test match, and fellow Highlander and All Black Aaron Smith looks set to reach the same milestone this weekend, alongside Chiefs lock Brodie Retallick.
He's been reminding me of it, so it'll be nice if we can essentially both do it at the same time. We made our debut at the same time, so it'll be pretty cool to do that.
The team is likely to see some changes to the lineup, with both Aaron Cruden and Malakai Fekitoa injured in Saturday's clash. The starting 15 and reserves will be announced on Thursday. Annabelle Dick, 39, Dunedin News.
Still to come on 39 Dunedin News, World Refugee Day takes on more meaning, and South Dunedin's largest church is officially unveiled.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell menswear, it fits.
Junk-free June is about making a change that makes you healthier and happier. Kick the junk or that bad habit during June and you'll be helping yourself and supporting the Cancer Society. Get others to support you and get rewarded with discounts on some great products and services too. Go to junkfreejune.org.nz today and get started. You'll be doing good for you and for local people affected by cancer.
Wooltech have the experience and the expertise to supply a wide range of high-quality New Zealand-made products and can manufacture customised products to meet your individual requirements. Wooltech, great people, great products, great service.
Junk-Free June.
I'm giving up chocolate.
Go to junkfreejune.org.nz today and get started.
Driving Miss Daisy is a safe, friendly and reliable companion driving service.
Hello Jean, where are we off to today?
We form genuine friendships with our clients and help them to remain independent. Thousands of Driving Miss Daisy clients and their families love our caring, affordable service. Call us today for a quote on 0800 948 432 or visit drivingmissdaisy.co.nz. Driving Miss Daisy, for the gift of independence.
Mobility Solutions Centre Dunedin provides products to improve your independence, comfort and safety. Contact the team at 4777 195 or visit mobilitysolutioncentre.co.nz. Thinking of services for older people? Think Enliven. Enliven is a service philosophy where people come first. Enliven is about choice, activity, relationships, respect and security. You can enliven your health, your friendships, your life, no matter what your age. For more information, go to pearsatago.org.nz or call 4777 115.
Pregnant? Need to talk? 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Pregnancy counselling services are here to help. It's free, it's confidential. Call us now on 0800 773 462.
It's Junk-Free June.
I'm giving up the couch.
Go to junkfreejune.org.nz today and get started.
Welcome back. A contract deadline is looming on a proposed merger between Silver Fern Farms and a Chinese investor. The Dunedin-based company has to submit an application to the Overseas Investment Office before the end of June in order to continue with the proposal. The merger with Shanghai Mailing Aquarius needs both OIO and ministerial approval before going ahead, but no recent work has been done on the application. Shanghai Mailing is bidding for 50% of the company for a price of $262 million. And on that note, let's take a look at today's markets. The NZX 50 has closed the day up 22 points. It's now at 6,870. The Nikkei is up 366 points. And to the exchange rates, and the Kiwi dollar is down against the pound, but we are up against the other currencies we follow. The struggles of families displaced by war, violence and conflict are at the fore today with World Refugee Day. And it's more poignant this year, with Dunedin recently welcoming a number of Syrian refugees to the city. Paul Gawley from the Dunedin Multi-Ethnic Council is one local doing his part to make them feel welcome. He joins us now to talk about it. Good evening.
Kia ora.
What role has the Dunedin Multi-Ethnic Council played in welcoming the refugees here?
Mostly it's been in support of existing organisations. The contract went to Red Cross, and then of course the mosque was largely involved. And we have connections with all of those, so it was an opportunity for us to let people know what we could do. And then of course we had friends who wanted to be, as Dunedin, small village, we had friends that wanted to be involved in, so it was helping them.
And by friends you mean members of the public? Members
of the public and organisations, so English partners have obviously going to help them with their English. The university has its own role to play in some of the schools, and then people, it really just is a big village, knowing those contacts. It's very hard to have an agency that somebody doesn't know somebody. And so it's been a godsend in some respects, because it's allowed us to work so much more closely and to see that there's work to be done with the other migrants in the community.
What's been the biggest hurdle for the refugees living here so far?
I think initially just not being in an environment, food, sound, music, those sort of things, and now just the fact of finding a house that they can enjoy. They're so grateful for everything that makes it a lot easier for us.
Are you pleased with the public response?
It's been amazing. It's been amazing, and as a Muslim we have to say I've been to many of the churches to thank the Christian community. In fact, we're seeing this all the time, and Jewish community, Baha'i community, all the different communities coming together and recognising that there is something that they can do, and they want to do it. And it's not about converting anybody, it's actually about participating. So we're seeing this multi-ethnic, multi-faith collaboration happening, which I guess is, we like to think is very much Dunedin, and it's really being celebrated.
And it is nice to see them all working together.
Yeah.
Any areas of concern popped up?
Yeah, the same ones really that are facing other people that are displaced in our community, the homeless, those looking for jobs. So the concern is, how do we have somebody who was living, for example, somebody we know that was living in a car, their family, very, very keen to help, wants to be helping, and now suddenly they see somebody being given a house, somebody being given a job, very difficult not to become jealous. So again, the opportunity is, how do we lift those people at the same time?
What do you think is about the benefits of having a multicultural community?
The richness, and we saw that when this group and all the groups will go onto the marae, the local marae, welcomed them. So immediately we see this diversity of, and the yummy food, the music again, all these things. But I think we will see Dunedin become multilingual, and in some respects we would like to keep it multi-ethnic so that people can celebrate their own cultures, and we'll develop a unique New Zealand culture really that is multilingual and has people from so many different backgrounds.
Does having a resettlement centre here in Dunedin mean more work for the council?
Yes, it has in so many respects. So we have a try and chat run by Sherry and Yulia, and this is an interface for the women mostly, because it's very easy for them to end up isolated. Dad and the kids go off to school and work. The garden group is doing their own thing, and then of course we have an international play group. So suddenly there's greater demands on those. But again, the response and the people who have been prepared to bring resources forward has been really humbling.
Do you have any words of advice for somebody who wants to help in, pitch in?
Yep, go and see Red Cross, come and see Multi-Ethnic Council, go and see any of the agencies, let them know that you're willing to learn, take on board that it's voluntary work, and that you're going to learn a whole lot, and you're going to be a teacher. And so really, I think it's about being prepared to be responsible for the work that you're taking on, and understanding that you're an ambassador for Dunedin, because they will trust you. They're incredibly trusting. And this new group that just arrived, of course this time we have a Christian group as well as a Muslim group. And what was really nice about that is that they spent the time in Mangere together, they've made close relationships, so that again will do well for Dunedin.
Paul Gawley from the Dunedin Multi-Ethnic Council, thanks so much for your time.
Again.
After the break on 39 Dunedin News, some of the city's Catholic parishes merge with the official opening of the South Dunedin Basilica, and a record crowd turns out for this year's Midwinter Carnival.
Emu oil has been used for centuries to support joint mobility and tired muscles. Also helpful for supporting healthy skin. Available as oil or in capsules. Go to www.silverhorn.co.nz to order emu oil today.
It's Junk-Free June.
I'm giving up the couch.
Go to junkfreejune.org.nz today and get started.
We're a 25 Moray place at Dog with Tails Cafe and Bar. So we take coffee very seriously. We do what's called contract roasting, so we're creating our own roasting profile and then doing our own blends. We're really focused on the craft of what we're doing. We're going back, instead of going on mass-produced sort of cheap things, we're taking the time to really craft what we're making. Make it so anyone can come here and have a feed and be able to get something they're able to eat or that they want to eat as well. You're kind of getting a taste of cafes from all around the world when you come here.
It's Junk-Free June.
I'm giving up chocolate.
Go to junkfreejune.org.nz today and get started.
Wooltech have the experience and the expertise to supply a wide range of high-quality New Zealand-made products and can manufacture customised products to meet your individual requirements. Wooltech, great people, great products, great service.
I understand now how economics can affect global warming.
And I found out how grass growth in New Zealand affects Fashion Week in Milan. I can even tell you how smartphone technology affects the survival of mountain gorillas.
Sorry.
Because at the Otago Business School, it's not just about the world of business, it's how business affects the world.
I'm Kim. Michaela.
David. And this is our place in the world.
Take your place in the world.
Mobility Solutions Centre Dunedin provides products to improve your independence, comfort and safety. Contact the team at 4777 195 or visit mobilitysolutioncentre.co.nz. Thinking of services for older people? Think Enliven. Enliven is a service philosophy where people come first. Enliven is about choice, activity, relationships, respect and security. You can enliven your health, your friendships, your life, no matter what your age. For more information, go to psotago.org.nz or call 4777 115.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
Welcome back. South Dunedin's largest church is once again open to the public after a 4-year redevelopment project. The refurbishment of St Patrick's Basilica was unveiled at the weekend, marking the official merger of a handful of Catholic churches into one large parish. And church staff say it's a symbol of better things to come.
Celebrating a new beginning. St Patrick's Basilica in South Dunedin is open once again after a lengthy redevelopment project. Members of the community have gathered alongside local politicians to mark the occasion.
Today marks the end of our project of developing St Patrick's, not only the Basilica but the site here in South Dunedin. And we had it opened by Bishop Colin Campbell, the Bishop of the Diocese.
The parish started developing the community centre in 2012, but work on the refurbishment has been 10 years in the making. Parish leaders say it's good to finally be open and have the facilities available for the public to use.
It's a great feeling to be finished and great to sort of finally be in the Basilica, worshipping here on a Sunday and having the facilities to really begin focusing on what we're here for.
Ainsley says the build came as 4 South Dunedin parishes decided to merge due to the dwindling number of churchgoers. The 3 other Catholic churches closed on Palm Sunday and moved to the St Patrick's Basilica under the new name of Mercy Parish, Whānau Aroha. Ainsley says while it's unfortunate parishes are closing, this one will create a larger, stronger Catholic community.
The project itself has probably been 10 years in the making, and the 10 years in the making have been 4 parishes working together to become one, and this being established as their key area.
While the majority of the renovation work is complete, Ainsley says there's a few final tweaks still to be made. The interior will be painted in the next couple of years, giving those who've worked so hard on the redevelopment time to enjoy what they've already achieved. Annabelle Dick, 39, Dunedin News.
Thousands of people, young and old, stayed out after dark to pack the Octagon on Saturday night. They were there to celebrate the annual Midwinter Carnival, which saw more than 400 lanterns light the central city. And the warm weather helped bring out the biggest crowd to date.
Lighting the central city in a creative way. Thousands of revellers joined a crowd of performers to shout down the Octagon for the annual Midwinter Carnival. The awestruck attendees were treated to a parade of lanterns in all shapes and sizes.
So we had about 1,000 lanterns made by the community, made by the kids and their families that came to our lantern making workshops, and about 120 other lanterns. So some of them are, and about 5 giant lanterns.
The theme for this year's event was Future Worlds, which many performers embraced wholeheartedly with both their costumes and lanterns. Synod says the event was made that much better thanks to an unseasonably warm Dunedin night.
The weather is perfect. We couldn't have hoped for a better atmosphere, better weather and a better turnout. It's been perfect.
The calm conditions were also perfect for a fireworks display following the parade. It was the bright colours and loud noises that delighted many of those gathered.
I like the fireworks. I like the whale.
You like the whale, did you?
And the fireworks. I like the lanterns.
Which one?
I like the rocket.
The rocket?
Yeah, the rockets and the ramps.
I think it was just great to see everyone out and about, all the floats and stuff that people have. I think it's awesome that people go out for their own time and just put a lot of effort into it. So yeah, I think it was great.
Last year, around 10,000 people attended the parade, and Senate estimates this year exceeded that substantially. That's got organisers thinking about staging a bigger parade with a longer route next year. Ruby McAndrew, 39 Dunedin News.
And now recapping tonight's top stories on 39 Dunedin News. Police are investigating a spate of winter-related crime on the Taieri, where large quantities of firewood are the target. A young zoology student is off to Japan after receiving a Prime Minister's scholarship to further her study into eel reproduction. And the All Blacks are gearing up for their final match against Wales, with players pleased they'll have a roof over their heads on Saturday. It's time now to find out what's going to be in Tuesday's Otago Daily Times, and Deputy Editor Craig Page is with us. Good evening.
Good evening. Yeah, we've got another warning about yet another phone scam that's doing the rounds in Dunedin at the moment. We had a pensioner contact us today telling that he'd been contacted by people claiming to be from the IRD. They've found some irregularities in his tax return, and they were going to be prosecuting him for fraud. He was asked to provide his credit card details, otherwise police would be paying him a visit pretty smartly. So fortunately spoke to his wife, suspected something was up and contacted the police, and they've been inundated with similar complaints happening in Dunedin in recent days. So the IRD has said, yeah, no, we're not involved in that, we wouldn't be calling for money over the phone, and contact police if you hear from them. So yeah, good warning there for people. We've obviously got plenty of All Black coverage as well, and in particular the Torrey College under 15 side has won a competition to train with the All Blacks. They are out in miserable conditions tonight, but plenty of smiles out there, and something they certainly won't forget, so we've got coverage on that. And if you're looking for somewhere warm, nice travel feature on Samoa. Bruce Munro's just gone over there on off the beaten track, and nice wee story there as well for us.
Excellent. That's tomorrow's ODT. Thanks, Craig.
Cheers. Thank you.
Time now for local weather.
This 39 Dunedin News weather update proudly brought to you in association with Silverhorn's Emu Oil.
And here is our city view. It's taken of waterfalls in the Ross Creek area. Around the city at 3 o'clock today, 7 degrees for the central city, 8 for the gardens and 6 out on the Taieri. To the situation, and a mild and northerly flow is developing, believe it or not, ahead of a trough of low pressure that's due in on Wednesday and Thursday. To the forecast around some of the main towns on the lower south for tomorrow. Nor'easters with rain later in the day for all of these towns, and highs of between 12 and 14 degrees. And nor'easters with rain later for Queenstown, Oamaru and Wanaka. Strong northerlies for Twizel with rain and a high of 12. And Dunedin tonight, rain with an overnight low of 5. Tomorrow, cloud increasing with some rain developing in the afternoon. Nor'easters and a high of 13. And on Wednesday, showers clearing with sunny periods increasing, and gusty nor'westers, a high of 14. To the Otago Pallet Fires tidal and fishing information. Low tide tomorrow morning is at 5 to 11. High tide follows at 4:30. And fishing conditions look good tomorrow, especially at around 10 past 1. And that is local news for Monday. We'll see you again on Tuesday. Good night.
This 39 Dunedin News Bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.